Thanks for joining us on the midweek edition of TVC Breakfast. I am Kemi Fola Adeyemo with Theophilus Elama.
Good morning,
How are
Kemi.
you?
I'm doing well. It's a Wednesday morning and it's bright and early here on the Breakfast Show.
Absolutely. The week is also racing on and, so is the month. It's looking
Yes.
good from here. We hope that's how it's looking from your end. Once again, welcome to what promises to be another exciting ride and, giving you all of the TVC breakfast experience. We begin in Lagos State, where Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has signed the Lagos Electricity Bill 2024 into law, initiating a comprehensive overhaul of the state's energy sector. Well, this groundbreaking legislation aims to ensure a 24-hour electricity supply throughout the state, which is expected to drive economic and industrial growth in Lagos. Well, during the signing ceremony, Governor Sanwo-Olu emphasized the significance of this legislation, which highlights its potential to transform the state's energy landscape. Meanwhile, the Lagos state government has invited independent power producers and energy solution companies to submit bids for the construction of gas-fired power plants. And this initiative, known as the Clean Lagos Electricity Market, aims to improve the state's power supply and address the ongoing electricity deficit. This is a breakthrough when you talk about, this year. If you look at this year alone and you can relate, when you talk about power and you ask the average resident in Lagos and even beyond, one key thing that will probably stand out in the person's assessment from a layman's, perspective would be, oh, we've had enough, or we've experienced one too many grid collapses, blackouts in, where we are, in our domain, in our state, in our resident. Power is such a big deal. Small businesses need it, thrive on it. Even ordinary businesses or even average and, bigger businesses also thrive on power. And you can just, even in your home, you can imagine how much you take to get an alternative power supply. So all of this is all, heading towards one direction, especially now that states have since 2023 been given the mandate to distribute and generate electricity. And now Lagos State is doing something this big. It's also said to be a breakthrough, and it looks promising.
Yes, it does look promising. I'd like to congratulate the Lagos State government. I also like to congratulate Lagosians and residents of Lagos who are going to experience this massive breakthrough because it's a departure from the norm. Since the president signed the bill into law, we've hardly seen states who have taken advantage of this situation. And Lagos State has taken advantage of this to provide stable electricity. The governor has called for bids to ensure that this is achieved. And we believe that this will further drive developments in Lagos. These are the things that we see states doing that drive developments in their various states and bringing internally generated revenue for them so they don't have to go cap in hand to the federal government for revenue all the time. So imagine having a gas-powered station that's distributing power to every part of Lagos State, not just public institutions, but even private homes, private companies, and all of that. It will ensure that for alternative source of power, you are reducing the cost of fueling generator, of using solar system, and all of that. So Lagos State government has gone the whole hog to ensure that Lagosians enjoy their stay in the state, which is paramount to any development of any state. And this will further not just drive industrialization, it will also drive tourism in the state because many people see Lagos as a haven. And once they come for a week or two and they see that there's stable power supply in the state, they want to stay, they want to develop the state alongside, they want to grow businesses and all of that. And it's overall, the state will benefit from everything because many people will start small businesses to employ 1, 2, 3 persons, and it will have a ripple effect on the economy of Lagos. So I congratulate Lagos State government. It's a huge deal because power is very important. Indeed. For everybody. It's very, very important. Imagine a graduate finishing his youth service and starting maybe a business, a barbering salon or a bakery, and he has constant power, which is not going to pay too much for it. It's a game changer in all of this.
Right, it is, and it's also an ambitious plan. The governor has also spoken in that direction, that in fact the journey has just started, because this is a document. Yes, the drive of the states to generate and distribute it has now materialized, so to speak, with the law. And we hope that all the other enabling indices to give this project life will happen soon. Because indeed there are so many expectations from this, announcement. Yes. Security is tied to this, businesses,
everything is tied to
economic development, peace, and all the other ideals are all tied to it. And then you also spoke about the cleaner power initiative,
yes.
which is also premised on, a call for bids from independent power producers and energy solution companies, to submit proposals to construct gas-fired power plants. Gas is also the way to go.
It is.
The federal government is also leveraging on it. Yes. We have one of the largest, if not the largest, gas, reserves in the world, and so it's also looking in that direction. And Lagos is also interesting to see that Lagos is also trying to harness its own, potential in terms of gas. And so we hope that this will indeed bring, so much good for Nigerians. We spoke about, 24-hour power supply, especially as it's, it's a fast-growing city.
That's it.
In Africa and even beyond. But then there are so many, areas for concern, and one would expect that Lagos is growing. We all know how people pour into the state, the former commercial or the current and
commercial hub
of the country. Yeah. It was and it still is, and it looks like it's still going to remain the commercial nerve center of the country, a former capital.
With this electricity,
with this
bill signing,
right, and
it's going to be
absolutely. And the conversations we've been driving all the while is, how our states, all the states of the Federation and the FCT, can also grow. Look inward, see what you have, and see how you can develop this for the sake of the citizenry. So we hope that this is something that other states will also try, to embark on, to emulate, because indeed it is good. And talking about the national grid, with the persistent episodes of collapse that we have, endured over the past few months, with calls now narrowed down to the fact that can we have a decentralized grid system rather than a national grid that is, given the strong sense of being porous and weak. And so can we have states, or even if from the federal, can we have, more and more grids, national grids, and not for everyone to depend on that. It's something that, should be given much more consideration.
Truly, something that should be given much more consideration, looking at the fact that the informal sector especially will need power. And so since the Lagos State, I just hope, like you have said, that some other states will emulate this. Neighboring states, Ogun State and the likes of Oyo and other states should emulate this kind of situation to provide this kind of succor to their people. It's the way to go. Constant electricity is the way to go. It's the way to go.
All right. It's a promising note, and also as we look hopeful, for more breakthroughs in the power sector, let's bring you